let's turn these into bag charms. Hey there everyone, this is Jessica from DomesticatedMe.com. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, bienvenidos. My name is Jessica Flores and I am a lifestyle creator. I create content about fashion, beauty, luxury, family, travel, and more. So if any of those topics interest you, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell icon next to the subscribe button so you can set your notifications on for all. I make new videos every week, but I don't have a set schedule. So if you have your notifications on, you won't miss a thing. In addition to covering those topics, I do occasionally do DIY projects. I love doing DIY projects. Sometimes I don't blog about it or vlog about it, but I do love a DIY. I love a craft. And so today we are going to be doing a very special one. If you guys have been watching my Louis Vuitton and Takashi Murakami collection videos, y'all might recognize these. These are the tags that I'm not going to say come with your purchases because it's 50-50 whether you get them or not. I also purchased some on Poshmark and on Instagram. But now that I have these, I don't want these just sitting around. I don't want to frame them. I don't want them to be decor. I want to actually use them or make them a little more useful. And so I decided to turn these into bag charms. So I did a little research and it looked like there were two methodologies that I could use to make these into bag charms. The first and easiest, and what I'm actually going to do, is to laminate them. I went with that because it looked simple, easy, and I already have a laminator. The other route was to do an epoxy, and I looked all over for tutorials that would work for this. I found someone that might work, but at the end I don't have the materials and I don't have the experience, and because these are so special, I really don't want to mess them up. I decided, let me just go the safe route and laminate them. All right, enough talking, let's talk about the products needed. Here are the materials I'm using for this project: a hole puncher, a grommet kit, a keychain kit, a laminating sheet, and a laminator. As with all my videos, all the items featured will be linked in the description box. The first thing I'll do is place 3 tags in the laminating sheet. I make sure to give each tag enough room between them so that they're each able to be sealed all the way around. I also include enough space for where the grommet and keychain ring will go. Then I'm finally able to insert the laminating sheet with the tags through the laminator. I do this twice to ensure a good seal. I cut each tag out and then run them through the laminator once more. I cut excess from the tags, remembering to leave room for the grommets. I then use a hole puncher for where the grommets will go. And then I use my grommet kit to place a grommet on each tag. Once I have the grommets in place, I cut each tag into their final shape. Finally, I use my keychain kit to add rings and the lobster claw clasps to each tag. And here is the final product. And here they are. Not too bad, not too bad. Now, they don't look professional by any means. It's definitely a DIY craft project, and it looks it if you look closely. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with it. I wouldn't call it a fail. Now, it was very difficult to laminate these because of the thickness of the paper. My laminator has just one setting, but I do know that there are other laminating machines that have different settings depending on the paper thickness that you're gonna use. So I think that might have been an issue. The cardstock used for these tags are quite thick, and so I think it was the reason why it was so hard to get a very close lamination. And that's the reason why I had to cut so far out from the cardstock, because this part is basically like an air bubble, and so the edges is really where it's sort of laminated together. But like I said, I'm pretty happy with it because now they're useful. I'm gonna give these to my daughter so that she can hang them off her backpack. I feel like I will put these on my bags too. I'm not a big bag charm person, and so I have no interest in actually going out and buying any bag charms. But now that I have these, hey, I'll use them. Why not? I think they're cute, and the tags are protected because they're laminated, so I like that. And again, I just like that I'm actually going to use this, or they will be used by me or my daughter, because I just don't want them just displayed, framed, or just sitting there. This is just, you know, I think neat. It's pretty neat, I think. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any recommendations for a better way to use this. I do have a second set that I don't know what I'm gonna do with. I'm thinking about trying it again, and instead of putting 3 tags in one sheet and laminating them together, I'm thinking maybe I'll do it one at a time, and maybe that might get a better result in terms of air pockets, getting it laminated much more closely to the cardstock. But again, if you guys have a better suggestion as to how to do it, or maybe you want to walk me through the steps of using an epoxy, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, if I inspired you to do a little DIY crafting yourself, or if I just entertained you for a few minutes, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out here on YouTube. It just lets the algorithm know that my videos are good and worth watching, and it'll push it out to more viewers. If you did enjoy this video, then you might want to check out this one. Thank you again for watching. Stay tuned.